Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. In tonight's episode, the Domain Spelunking. So, I've had really bad luck in recent weeks whenever I try to play Domain, and guess what? I'm trying again. I'm going to try the Broccoli again. So, basically, this deck's idea is that instead of all those ramp cards that we have with the Topiary Stomper and Invasion of Zendikar, instead, we have Spelunking to make our lands come into play untapped, but also when they enter the battlefield, we can put a land from our hand into play. It's a very slow kind of ramp, and not always going to hit off, but our land's going to go untapped, so we can kind of ramp out a little bit better on the turns that, or we can curve out a little bit better on the turns that we have to play a tap land. At least that's the idea. Now, it does go with the old Domain shell with a Atraxa kind of on the top end, and have an Archangel of Wrath in the mid game to help us to sustain ourselves. Lots of Leyline Binding combined with Up the Beanstalk for card draw, and then Virtue and her migration for that sustainable end game once we land our Atraxa on board to get the card advantage. But there are some sneak peeks in the deck, or sneaky cards in the deck that I don't think a lot of opponents are expecting against the Domain deck, right? We have normal Sunfalls, but we also have 2 Depopulate, we also have 1 Farewell, and we have an D-End to take our opponent's Atraxas, maybe, and also Syncopate to counter a spell that we must counter. So the whole deck runs kind of weird, but I want to try it. I want to try a different Domain because I have no fun, I have no luck, I have nothing whenever I play Domain, even though it's one of the best deck in the current metagame, which is very frustrating. So, there's a whole deck list. Of course, it's not an early game card, it's all the way in the late game card. Early game, we got Up the Beanstalk, that's it, just Up the Beanstalk, but we also have 2 Virtue for removal, technically could work as an early game. And then we have 4 Splunking. We have to land Spelunking early enough for it to matter, so that's why we have 4 off in the deck. And don't forget, Spelunking also lets us put a cave into the battlefield and gain 4 life. That's pretty good. So then we have 4 Archangel of Wrath to gain more life, 2 Depopulate to wipe the board, 1 DN, 3 Sunfall, 4 Leyline Binding. Even though it's a 6 cast, most likely we're going to cast it as a 2, 3, hopefully 1. We have 1 Farewell. I hate enchantment deck so much. I hate artifact deck so much. This is dual-sided of that. And also, we can get a graveyard deck if we need to. And then we have 4 her migrations. We also have 3 Atraxa, and the last part is Syncopate. Now, we are a ramp deck, and Spelunking needs to have lands in our hand. So, we need to have a lot of lands. That's why we have 28 lands total. We have 2 plains, 2 swamps, 2 forests. 2 plains for these, 2 swamps for the Virtue, and the end, 2 forests for the Spelunking, all the ramps. That's kind of the idea. And then 1 island, 1 mountain, in case we need to fetch those out with the channel part of her migration. Alright, the rest, we got 4 Ziatora's Proving Ground, 4 Jetmir's Garden, 4 Spara Headquarter, the Triumphs to help us trigger the Domain on Leyline Binding, and then we have 3 Cavern of Souls naming Angels, because the only creature we have are Angels, and then we have 4 Pit of Offering as our cave, that is backside backside graveyard hates, but also front side mana, because we can exile 3 cards from a graveyard, right? So from any graveyard, it says exile 3 target cards from any graveyard all combined, not a single graveyard. So we can target opponents and our card, and then we can tap it at 1 mana of any of the exile color, which is pretty good because Spelunking helps the cave come into play untapped. That's the whole idea of the deck. Let's go and try it out. Now, of course, I don't expect this deck to perform very well for me. I expect this to perform very well for almost every other player, but not me, right? But I hope it can at least perform semi-well so that I can enjoy the game, hopefully. We're going to go second, so let's see what happens, right? Akbar, he's a trap. He's not even a general. Hey, that's not how you go second. All right, we got lots of lands. Spelunking. We got 2 Spelunking, which is, maybe. Not great. I guess we will play tap land into tap land. Her migration, and our Splunking is dead. That's... Oh, yeah. So that's happening. I guess... Well, we can't actually, migrate into a land, right? We also cannot exile anything, so the Pit of Offering is a dead card. Guess we will migrate into a plains. Then we will Do we play it? Or do we play our pick? No, we can play a play. Oh, okay. Let's see who's ramping better. Although we do have 2 Spelunking, so they are gonna ramp better than us. That's not a land, so this is gonna be pretty bad. Do we want to up the Beanstalk? No, I think we want to Spelunk. Really only gonna exile 1 card here. Gonna play our Boseiju so that we can up them Beanstalk. Draw a card. Virtue's okay, but not perfect. We're stuck now on 5 lands. This is what I was afraid of because a lot of the cards in the deck does not actually draw. And unless we have... Oh, there's Invasion. Do they have land number 7 for the perfect thing? Double Splunking and opening hand with only 3 lands. We got to ramp a little bit, but that's... Now we're at the mercy of every single draw. And that never feels good, right? Archangel of Wrath, the downside of that is it is not... The kicker is not a land. Or... Kicker is not a mana cost, so it only costs 4. And it does not trigger the Beanstalks. Well, we got a Leyline Binding, so... Do we Splunk again? Do we bind the Stomper first? To draw a card? And then we Splunk? Do the Splunks even do anything? Having 2 out on board? It does draw a card, but so does Leyline Binding, and so is countering with Syncopate. Countering with Syncopate 4. That way I get to draw a card. Does he... Oh, he has a land. Oh boy. No, not gonna play his land. Interesting. Alright, we'll play our land. Do we have a black and a red? No, we only have a black or a red. So... Do we herd migrate? Do they have a board? I want a red, but then I will lose my herd migration, right? Draw a card. We have Leyline Binding live if we needed that. No more card draws though, that's pretty scary. And there's nothing in the graveyard too. Gotta be a little bit careful about that. Oh, we got a breach. Where are they gonna hit on our side though? Archangel? Okay. We're gonna hit on their side. Titan? My up the Beanstalk. And a 4/4. Okay. So I want to do this first and take out his Titan. Right? I want to take out his Titan. Not sure if taking out a Titan actually worked. Let's see. So, I'm gonna exile his Titan. Do I exile his Titan? Bramble Familiar. Okay, I exiled that for sure. Yeah, he's probably gonna breach again, so let's take out his Titan. We can draw a card, and then we can double ping the Skyclave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double ping the Skyclave it is. Did I play a land? Already played a land, right? I had to take out a Titan, but now I'm kind of at the mercy of him playing another Titan. That's not good. See, whenever I breach, I never get anything. Whenever our opponent breaches, they get stuff, right? Remember when I breach in a tally and whiff like 7 times? Oh yeah. It was one of those games. He's gonna virtue me? What? Double virtue, okay. Another invasion? Oh, boy. You know what would be really good right now is a farewell. I guess double virtue is fine since he doesn't really have much in his graveyard. He can bring back my Archangel. Oh, double virtue into... This is not good, huh? Well, I gotta play it, so... This draws 3 cards. Or draws a card and then draws several more cards. Alright, we got another Atraxa, we got Leyline Binding. We got... Do I need another Pit of Offering? We'll put a Jetmir Garden out. Is that everything? That is everything. I draw 3 cards. I was right. Alright, well, we might as well play Cavern and name... Do we play Cavern? No, do we play Jetmir Garden so we can up the Beanstalk again? Up the Beanstalk doesn't actually help, huh? Well, name the Angels. I don't have to discard, so we'll pass turn. He's gonna play his Virtue. The Iron Crack, that's nothing. Okay. This is not... Oh, this is also Vigilance. Okay, so... Is this Reach? This is not Reach. He knows I have Leyline Binding. What was this deal? That's a lot of Atraxas. Do I have a Proving Ground? I do have a Proving Ground already. Let's play a Jetmir Garden. Attack for 7 first. No blocks! Okay. How many cards do I have left? 22. Let's be careful. 22 cards left in the deck. I'll have my Virtue. Alright, I don't want to play another Up the Beanstalk. It'll probably draw me out. GG! You didn't have to quit that quickly. Alright, well... We got to do something, right? And that's... I don't know, it feels like a win, but not a very satisfying win, which I get. In Arena, a lot of times, that's... You take the wins that you get. Now we're playing against Valbu Senpai. Notice me, Senpai? Or don't. I get to go first. Oh, God. This hand again? Okay. Funny how... No black. Alright, aggro time. Yeah, I needed that second Atraxa in my hand. No black mana. What is our opponent doing? Inhumans, Scoundrel. Oh, it's the Convoke deck. Okay. Lots of damage. We'll name Angels. Okay. 3 Atraxas in the deck, 3 in my hand. Still no black mana, by the way. If I draw an Archangel of Wrath, it will be able to do something, but until then, everything is just dead in my hand. Is he not going to play anything? Is he afraid of playing to the board because I have 7 board wipes? 6 board wipes. It doesn't matter. You gotta play something. Alright, you just gotta. Gleeful Demolition. There it is. See, I never get to draw that card. Knight Errant of Eos. Great card draw. So I think our opponent's gonna go wide. Let's. These are all white mana, right? So let's her migrate into a black mana because that's just not happening. We'll virtue that out. I hope he goes wide, and then I can depopulate his board. But I don't think he would. Yeah, 3 Atraxas opening hand. That's very nice. I didn't keep 3 Atraxas. I kept 1. Draw the second one turn 2. Draw a third one turn 3. That was the game. Oh boy. Is that lethal? Oh, that was lethal. Yeah, that was the draws that I could not pull off. So good for our opponent. I wonder if Gleeful Demolition's a card is going to get banned in like Pauper, because I feel like it's a really good card. Obviously, we have ways out of that. I could have, you know, what is it called? Depopulated that turn, but we were not winning that game unless I draw a land every turn and somehow draw another card that's not a land. Which, how likely is that? We got to go first again, so there is that. This is, what is this hand? Okay, well, with Spara Headquartering turn 1, even though that's our only cycle land. We get the Archangel for at least 2 damage, I think. Right, Kicker is part of the cast. I think. I don't know. Well, that's also assuming we draw lands, which you're not guaranteed to. We're going to take out a creature with Virtue. Maybe. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurus. Nothing? Huh. Okay, if that's the case. Take that out. Take all the ramps. Bolt the bird. Oh, haste. Do we play the Archangel into nothing? I guess not. Now that we have a Syncopate. Are they not going to play anything? Wow, okay. Maybe we'll counter to turn 5 play. They gotta play something, right? You just gotta. Alright, count unless you pay 4. Whatever. Luca. No Luca, please. Angel. Double kick. Yes. Here first. Here second. Alright. That got rid of their board. And then we can Atraxa next turn. What? Okay, he gets a basic land. Exile, return to the battlefield, transform. We want to just get rid of that. Do we just want to get rid of that? He gets to exile it, transform, and then it will be kind of scary, so... Seems like he has a play. What is his play? Like a protection spell, maybe? Tyvar stand, okay. I will play this land. Tyvar stand can block. Atraxa would have been better there, obviously, knowing that he has a Tyvar stand, but if I get to remove it, it would have been a lot better, right? So that's why I did it. Huh. That's... Well, it is reach. Okay, I was gonna Atraxa into it, but it gave it to me anyways. Alright, so what does this do when it flips? Mill 10 cards, put 2 creatures from amongst the mill card. He needs 8 mana for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He only has 6 mana, so he cannot do it. Do I have any more creatures? No, that was the only creature. Instant. Oh, that's an enchantment, huh? Sorcery. Let's get a land. It's a Pit of Offering. That'd be fun. Alright, we can bind this. The Vorinclex can't do anything on his turn. Sounds pretty good. You can probably break the Leyline Binding. But that's going to cost a lot of his turn, so he can't flip the Vorinclex. I could have also Leyline Bind the Vorinclex and attacked. That probably would have been a better play. Uh-oh. Alright, he gets my Splunking. The good thing about putting crap cards in the deck is that they'll get it. That's also a bad card. So, enjoy it. What would you like to do? Would you like to attack? Aw. Okay, well... This is not reach, right? It's just trample. So... We don't have Spelunking. This is reach? This is not reach. We can remove the Atali. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from there we can see what's in his hand. Okay, no Atali. There's a Silverback. That's nothing. Deal damage to target creature equal to 2 plus the number of dinosaurs. Yep. Is that the only Atali? Wow, top deck only Atali in his... Okay. 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 Sounds like a plan. Sounds like our opponent knows what he's doing, having only one Atali in his deck. A weird dinosaur deck he was running. Even with the Vorinclex, nothing made sense. But hey, this is what happens whenever I Atali, right? I get my opponent Spelunking or something ridiculous. And whenever my opponent plays theirs Atali, they'll get my Atraxa, and then I just cry. Cry, cry, cry. I'm playing against Dronoff. That's a cool name. Well, we don't get to go first. The pity win rate has gone down to nothing. Alright, well, we got Jetmir's Garden into Swamp, so again, remove something, and hopefully Splunking will get us a land. Actually, just coming to play tap. So, we're gonna wait like 5 turns for this to even matter. Do we hold this hand? We have a removal on turn 2, and that's as good as we can hope for. Now, what's better is if this Splunking was a land. Yeah, that's probably it. If this Splunking was a land, like a forest, this would have been a great hand. Anyways, our opponent is one of those ropey guys. Drone off, he's droning on. Ha! I love that joke. I'm gonna say hi, be nice, and then realize our opponent is a degenerate player. Red, there it is! Degeneracy at the finest. Is our Virtue gonna hit anything? Bloodthirsty Adversary. Take 3. I don't actually have white mana. And I kind of need white mana, so this is pretty bad. Pit of Offering is not going to give me a white mana. It's going to give me 4 life. So, can't say no to that, right? Oh, well, that's not white mana. So, that's a cave. Put a land card. I'm really gonna rank the heck out, but it's a bigger and bigger board to have to deal with. They even have Monstrous Rage. Alright, down to 7. Not white mana. Am I just dead now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I gained 4 life, but that's not really enough. Oh, didn't matter, huh? No matter how we played it, it didn't matter. Oh, this might matter slightly. So we'll play our Ziatora's Proving Ground because we need to play this so that we can Herm Migrate. I still don't think it will matter. It's a pretty wide board. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. Let's go down to 3. Do I even have a life gain in the deck that would matter? Archangel, I guess? Gotta have to top deck the Archangel. That is not it. Well, okay, what do we do here? Because do we just die from the board? So if we Beanstalk into an Angel, we might be able to survive. Is it Angel? Not Angel. Only lands. GG. Mono red does mono red things. I mean, if we drop the white mana 1 turn earlier to Sunfall, would have been the world of difference, but did not happen. So yeah, that's how I feel about this deck, right? It's supposed to be the best. The Domain is tier 1 for sure. I won't say the Splunking deck is the best, but Domain is tier 1. But every time I play, it feels like you get the best of 1 luck a lot of times. And our opponent got to go first that game, so we saw how it went out. That's really all I got for this deck. It's still a fun deck. It's still very strong, and I still highly recommend it. There's nothing wrong with the Pit of Offering, although that last game does kind of feel like it was mana inefficient. But it gave us the life, right? The cave is what gave us the life. Without it, the cave with the Splunking, we would not gain the life to actually live long enough. We definitely need the Archangel of Wrath, but if your opponent hits every card on curve, on mono red, going first, and you don't get your removal even like 2 turns off curve, you're not going to win. That's really all I got for this deck, and that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me. I will see you guys next time.